People lack any understanding of the value of suffering. They don't understand it, they don't comprehend it well. And because they don't have that understanding of that value, they praise life and praise living as being its own reward. They don't consider the pain that other people go through, they don't consider the legitimate suffering that life produces on a daily basis, and they can't rationalize in their minds that some people get the really short end of the stick and live lives of utter pain, constant suffering, and torment. They have placed value in mundane things like having something to eat or, listening to your favorite song or doing this or doing that. And they don't understand that at a moment's notice, life can take that away from them as well. The people who complain about antinatalists being down on life are the ones who don't understand what life is capable of. They're the ones who don't really value or care about the amount of suffering that's happening every day on this planet to people. Regardless of age, gender, race, it doesn't matter. Life doesn't discriminate. They haven't figured out the cost outweighs the risk because the costs are heavy. They haven't figured out that you could have a kid and they could live a life that is utterly horrendous. And what are you gonna do at that point? You're gonna tell them to go outside and look at the sunset? Oh, just to eat a sweet and feel better, play a video game, listen to some music, after they've dealt with 20 years or upward of depression and suffering of all sorts and types. You really think that a sunset is going to make them feel better after all of that? And the people who love to excuse life the most are the ones who turn to metaphysics. These are the spiritual woo people. They fucking love making excuses for life. Any excuse to keep this shit going, they'll find it. Oh, we create our own realities. Get the fuck out of here with that stupid shit. Totally fucking stupid. So by that logic, I can come to you and say, well, how come your reality includes people having cancer? How come your reality includes people starving, people killing themselves, people living in utter depression and grief and war and disease and all these other things that afflict life constantly? How come your reality includes that? How come you created such a thing, genius? Since you created your own reality and we create our own realities, explain that to me. I've come to a point where when I see that stupid shit, I just ignore it. I'm not fucking responding because it pisses me off every fucking time I see it, and I have nothing nice to say after I see that shit. So I just ignore it. From now on, I'm ignoring stupid shit. That's a part of my policy. Fucking ignoring the woo and the stupidity that people put out. And these might be their sincerest feelings. I get that, but they're just so goddamn stupid that I can't take them seriously. So I abstain from responding to them. Anyway, getting back on topic. People haven't figured out that life, your ability to enjoy life really does really does depend on what you can do for yourself. I mean, at the end of the day, we're talking about a quality of life. If you went to bed one night and you woke up the next day completely paralyzed and you live like that for the rest of your life, I don't think you would be enjoying life. I don't think you would be praising life as something wonderful. And the problem with these people is that life hasn't hit them hard yet. They still don't get it. Life hasn't kicked them in the balls, so to speak. They're trying to find a way to make the shit fit and it just doesn't fit. They don't want to admit the reality that life is intrinsically suffering, and that it's always been that way for the animals, for people. It's suffering. Every sentient thing on this planet suffers and runs from suffering, tries to use something to escape it. Every good in life can be broken down to being something that negates the natural bads, or that gets us to escape the otherwise natural state of life, which is suffering. So, until the value of suffering is understood by people, I just don't think that they'll fully get it. Some people are going to have life just show them its true ugly fucking face for themselves in order for them to finally see it, to finally stop being idiots going back and forth with the idea of bringing someone into this shit. They need to have life torture them some more until they finally fucking get it. And that's what it's going to take for a lot of people, unfortunately. Because you can debate this with them all day long, but until they've actually felt it personally, they just won't get it. So that's the video. I really hope people will actually think about this and take more time to be compassionate and empathetic enough to understand that just because you enjoy your life, understand that that's not the case for millions of others, and understand that that's not the natural state of life. The natural state of life is suffering, and people are hurting tremendously and will continue to so long as people continue to procreate. It needs to stop.